Hi, in this video I want to talk about film locations, where you should film your scenes. So I've been preparing to do my short films and my music videos. So this year I'm trying to get at least one music video done by the end of this year, and maybe short films by the end of next year. So I have all the equipment needed. I purchased pretty much all the equipment I think I need. Now I'm moving on to the second phase, which is really writing the script and finding film locations. So today we'll be talking about that. Let's get started. All right, so yeah, film locations is so important because if you want to make your film epic or very convincing, you got to have a good scenes. So it depends on how you're gonna film it and where you're gonna film it, what type of genre the film is like. For me, I want to do music video, and most likely it's gonna be outdoor, being able to move around, and it has to have a nice scene, right? Nice background. So I've been looking for location, or we call it location scouting, right? So scouting for locations that has a unique, feature in the background or even the foreground. So when you're doing music videos, at least for me anyway, if it's like you know 90s dance style, or those techno, you want to have a scene that's quite convincing. Depend on what you're trying to convey, right? So really, I want to have this scene that is like showing timelessness. So I will create a music videos based on the lyrics and how I move around. So I've been, yeah, scouting all these locations. I so far found two, and I think I need at least eight more, depending on how much variety of scenes I want. Now I might add a bit of the special effects using AI and other tools, but mainly it's going to be the scene itself. I think it's very important, the location. Of course, when you're talking about locations, when you're starting out, one man crew, for example, it should be very cheap. In fact, free, right? Like find a scene where there's not many people walking around, and you're able to like just film yourself uh, openly, so without any distraction. And for me anyway, when I film, I don't like people staring me from the back. It just annoying and sometimes very stressful. So I would like to have a scene where I'm by myself and just being able to talk or sing, dance around even. um, and then maybe I could use CGI or AI to add in other backgrounds. Like maybe if I want people in there, I could do that. Because really, you're filming in public. Some people don't like that, right? They don't like you filming them. So that is going to be an issue moving forward. So that's why I think AI can have a benefit. If you adding people in the background, then it works quite well. Anyway, yeah, so have a look at different scenes that I was scouting around. Mainly, I'm looking at my area, so that's very important. You don't want to go too far. You don't want to drive too far. You want to be able to have it in a walking distance initially, right? And then if you need extra scenes to add some flavor, add some more vibe, maybe you drive further. This is why I'm still looking for different background, location. Maybe you'll add another five, six more, and it has to be quite unique because I have to drive out. But so far in my area, it's near a conservation area, a lot of trees, river, railroad tracks that's now decommissioned, as well as a road is decommissioned. So yes, this is a hidden gem that I found, and also a little forest where you can walk with trails and all that. So all these scenes I have found, and I'll show you a few, maybe at the end of this video, which I think is quite good. And one day, I'll share this location with you guys. But I think I need to find out where they are first, and then maybe I'll keep a database where you can film. If you're in my area, I could share that with you guys as well. But yeah, it's very important to have a scene. It doesn't cost you much and is very unique, depending on what you want to do, but it can give more cinematic quality to your film. I think that's very important, having a very unique background or scenes give this cinematic look to your film, right? You don't want to be filming in your house. It looks, unless you have a proper lighting and you set it the way you want to set it, then it's okay. But it's important that you have a, what I suggest you do is you look at professionals and how they choose their scenes and how they film, the background when the actor and actress are talking, and then what kind of background it's like, and then how the camera is positioned, and then you want to kind of emulate that, and eventually you want to have your own idea. Of course, you don't want to be copying all the time, but being inspired by these professional filmmakers, how they do it, right? So you make it so convincing that when the audience are watching it, you're not thinking about it looks unprofessional, the lighting's off, or the skin tone is off, there's something moving in the background. You don't want any of those. You want them to experience actually the dialogue uh, in the film and be engaged in the film. So you want to make it as realistic and as cinematic as possible so that they're actually engaging in the scene, the dialogue, when the actor and actress are talking or moving or dancing, whatever it is, right? So yeah, so this is my attempt to do that, but I'm gonna start with music videos. So what I'll do is I already created my own music, and I'm almost halfway done. I still have to convert into a more studio quality music, and then what I'll do is I will then create a music video on top of that, and I will then release it on YouTube and maybe on Spotify and let you guys evaluate it. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do in the next maybe end of this year. It should be completed. My goal is to get at least one done because I'm so busy right now and with my work, my family, and my church and all that. So it's very hard to even find time to do all these things. It's only when I do have that few hours I can go out and film it and also continue to do YouTube once a week. So the schedule is really tight. Anyway, so have a look at the scene at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a little heart of appreciation. Bye.